find those ones will tend to sway to a more uh, blue and green color as they age, but those ones, you could just sell that and easily have the money for a potion, or several even, depending on the quality.
Hmm.
But I, sadly, again, can't tell you where exactly to find them.
No, it's completely fine. If anything, I'll probably just have to ask around if anyone else can point me in a direction and to start collecting.
Yes, your best luck would likely be with. Uh, well, the dis- my distributor is uh, a colleague of the general store down the way. Uh, you'll see it just down on the other side of the road at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you're looking for anything else, uh, there always is the odd. Uh, the jeweler might know something, but I believe anytime they've used it as a adornment, they've uh, been given it as well. So
Mm.
I'm sorry to say I can't guide you much
No,
further.
it's okay. You've done enough. Thank you, though. Um,
Of
I will
course.
take my leave and take where you just told me to go. So, by the way, do I see that cat in here?
Uh, let me check. No, you do not.
Okay, fair enough. I just started walking out, and would you like me to do a few rolls to see how lucky I get with the person she directed me to, and then also finding these things?
Are you wanting just to kind of do a time skip for
Yeah,
finding
yeah,
it?
yeah. For everyone else,
Okay.
I don't want. It's just a fucking potion, so I ain't trying to take up much time.
Give me
Potion
an
sellers.
investigation check.
Okay,
Require your strongest potion.
You can't handle my
14.
14.
strongest potion.
Not bad for having a -1. You will. The distributor will basically tell you that uh, they don't really have a shipment at the moment.
Mm,
Uh, oh, never mind though. Uh, but he will. Uh, he will say though. Oh, but you said that the potion seller, Lady Tira, she's was looking for them.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, here, let me. If you don't mind, he'll. While he's kind of talking to you, step back,
Mm-hmm.
go to a lockbox, and then pull out a little bag and go. You just reminded me. Could you deliver these to her real quick for me?
Sure.
It's just um, a little like a satchel of various ingredients.
Okay.
Could you give me a perception check while you're at it?
All right. 13.
13. Uh, it's not hard. In like the side of this bag, you do notice that there is a uh small say like a tall vial that contains a few of these shards in it.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just run that down to her, uh, it'd be a huge
Yes.
help. Here,
Agreed.
uh,
Oh.
while you're at it, he'll uh, pull out a gold coin and hold it out to you, just for the help.
Uh, Thank you. Uh, you didn't need to, sir, but I appreciate.
You're the traveling sort. Can't trust that I'll be able to repay the favor later, so
Yes, sir. Likewise. I'll get going now. You be safe.
you as well.
All right. I just quickly hurry back over to her and just deliver what he want me to give her.
Um, she will thank you for the supplies, and while rooting around, uh, will, oh, it seems they doubled up on my order. Well, tell you what, as a little celebration, how about I get you one since I got more here for free?
Sure.
Uh, you'll see her pull out one of the shards and uh, drop it into a vial with some liquid already brewing inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, as the potion starts to almost glow faintly and the crystal dissolve. And after a few minutes, she uh, pours it through a like a filter, and then into several different bottles. Puts a little cork on one, and will say, "Here, you can take this one. Just don't drink it for the next 5 to 10 minutes, or you might burn yourself."
Oh, right. Thank you.
Add a
I
lesser healing
appreciate this.
potion to your inventory.
All right.
Of course, yeah. Uh, if you're wondering, I was rolling for what the guy had in stock. He, after the initial your investigation, all that,
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a nat 20. He just had it.
He just had it.
He just
Bro,
had
he
it.
fucking had it.
Yeah.
I heard you say, "Oh wait, never mind."
Right? That's
Oh,
what I was like.
never
Oh,
mind.
oh.
Yeah, that was my oh, never mind. Dice want you to have this.
Yeah.
The dice god said, "Yeah, he's chill."
Yeah, just
Okay.
give him a potion. That'll be fine.
Wave
That's
the
what you want
rat.
in motion.
After that, me and I'm just gonna head back to the camp with the other uh unit and pick up Luke, and I guess I'll head back into the Maybells home if it's like not too early and stuff like that.
No, it's
Yeah,
like mid morning right now. I'm
gotcha.
assuming you, with being you, got up pretty early to
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do the
go
typical
about your
help around.
business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Um, I will say, uh, there is one thing of note for you. As you are coming back up to the Maybell residence,
mm-hmm.
uh, as you kind of make your way back up to the main building and to the front kind of courtyard, just outside the front gate, there seems to be an individual peering around, trying to get a look inside the building, but not going inside.
Is it a man or a woman? What
Um,
race?
it seems to be a tabaxi man.
Huh. I walk over and I ask, "Hello, sir. Enjoying the view of this beautiful manor?"
Oh, ah, uh, hey there. Uh, you are?
My name is Floyd. What is your name, sir?
Oh, uh, you can just call me Salt.
So, okay.
Um, what are you? Security or?
No, not particular. No, we're just here as guests. As you can see,
Ah,
yes, we
they must
are.
be having another meeting. Uh,
You could say that.
won't hold you up. My accents. Uh, they all blend together. Uh, blah, 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 blah. Is that your insight for
Yep.
this guy? Don't worry, those lines of accents and all that, that's me struggling
I got you.
to switch
It's
between
more
character
like
voice.
he's being. I just want to know his intent. That's all.
Um, you can't really tell what his intention is.
Fair enough.
But he's definitely nervous. He's not afraid of you, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
In that he's very quickly recovered, and he's not afraid of talking to you.
Yeah.
But you can tell that he definitely is
Worried about something else.
it's not like a worry as much as it is like a anxiety, a like getting cold feet.
Oh, okay.
Uh, uh anyways, good day. And
Uh,
he'll start walking back towards the town.
okay. I'm gonna pull out my little clipboard and jot that down.
Suspicious or mean.
Yep. That's going on report. I just go back into the manor. You can go to someone else in the meantime.
Oh yeah, you're making your way inside.
Yep, I'm making my way inside.
Uh, before we get to the main individual of this event, Jade, what are you up to?
Oh, I'm still wandering around.
Are you still looking for wherever this hidden basement might be?
Yes.
Give me an investigation.
One.
Mosquito.
Uh,
One.
and also give me a stealth while you're at it if you're trying to be sneaky about it.
Here, stealth first, 11.
Okay.
And a 5.
Let's go.
You wander the manor. You're not really going anywhere you're not supposed to be, so they don't really stop you.
Yes.
Um,
Smart.
and it's just a big maze of a building.
It's a big maze. Okay.
For all you know, you're
I'll
struggling
continue
just...
until they tell me to go somewhere else.
Gotcha. Um... um... And yeah, you guys have been staying in the guest house lately. Uh, I assume you've just been walking everywhere, Jade, but
Yes.
um, Miss Maybell,
Mhm.
um, you wake up in your old room because I believe you said that's where you were going to be staying.
Yeah.
Um, I assume you do your morning routine, getting ready and all that. Uh,
Yeah.
having finally had some first time in a while you haven't been sleeping in either a tavern, a tent, or well, meditating, but
Sleeping, quote unquote.
sleeping in a tavern, a tent, or a uh, like airship barracks, basically.
Mhm.
Um, finally, you're able to lie down and rest in your um, old home bed. Um, and as you're getting kind of getting your attire back on, looking yourself in the mirror to do your hair and all that.
Mhm.
Um, suddenly from down the hall, uh, you hear uh, I don't even need to make your roll. You have like a 20 passive perception.
I believe it's a 21. Let me double check though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even if it was
21 passive perception.
yeah,
I
I don't
hear
need you.
everything all the
I don't
time.
need you rolling perception unless you're looking for something yourself.
I can hear everything.
Um, you can hear everything. You don't like what you hear.
Oh.
As from down the hall, uh, you hear a shriek followed by a something shattering.
Oh no. I go out and I go see.
You go see.
Yep.
Um, you you follow where the noise came from. Uh, kind of heading more towards the center of the house, and then a bit further down the hall. Um, as looking through, you see a bit of uh, a small gathering. At this point, only a couple of uh, maids have kind of gathered here uh, to check what the noise was, as they are standing outside of your parents' room.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
What do you do?
I walk in the room.
You push past the maids, um, and in the room, uh, you see, firstly, on the ground is a platter, uh, like a tray that has on it food, drink, cup, uh, which has been dropped, and uh, all the glassware shattered on the ground. Um, and in front, you see your mother's fallen down, with the maid kind of uh, like comforting her. And in the bed, your father lies there with his eyes closed, a dagger in his chest.
No.
That just kind of happened.
No. Miss Maple just kind of like falls to her knees and just weeps.
Uh, one of the maids runs up and kind of catches you as you fall to kind of keep you steady. Uh, Jade, you hear this down the hall while you're looking around.
I go.
You go, you see the scene as was described.
Jade, I swear to God, if you eat my fucking dad, I'm gonna kill you.
Ricky, when I get you, Ricky.
I will kill you. I don't care. I will kill you.
Scene's in your guys' hands right now.
Miss Mabel's just crying.
Can I look around? Can I investigate? See if I see footprints, fingerprints, blood drops, anything?
Go ahead, give
tasty
me an
snack?
investigation as you start to kind of investigate the crime scene.
18!
18. Uh, Giving you more detail that I didn't give Miss Mabel because, shock.
Because, yeah.
The first thing is that um, the father was obviously asleep. You don't notice really any signs of a struggle. Um, it seems whatever happened here, uh, whether through magical means or uh, just other forms of foul play, uh, this was done quickly and cleanly. The dagger in question, a uh, almost golden-like handle on it with a blade made out of a strange uh, blue, almost like transparent metal. Um,
Uh, can I do a history, see if I've seen it before?
Go ahead.
13.
13. This exact dagger you have not seen before. However, this is nearly identical in style, uh, between material and kind of um, like does uh, ornate style of the metal as the uh, smiting spear that Brahm carries.
Okay.
With the 13, though, I'm not going to personally remind you where you guys got that, though.
Yeah. Miss Maybell's too much crying to know anything. To
Otherwise,
speak
yeah,
to.
you don't know. Otherwise, with your investigation, you don't notice any footprints. Um, However, this happened, it was quick and clean, done by a professional. Uh,
Um. Uh.
a bit more of a crowd is kind of gathering outside the room as you're.
Can
Other
I?
fucking people in here besides the
Can I pull the
guards?
dagger? Can I?
There's
Can I go to examine him and sleight of hand pull the dagger out?
examining him with what? Like, what are you looking for exactly?
Well, I'm using that as an excuse to
Oh,
remove the
gotcha.
dagger.
Go ahead, give me a sleight of hand.
17.
17. Uh, I'm going to give Miss Maybell a lower passive right now because you
Yeah.
know.
Because
Uh,
I'm kind of crying.
and so I will say you pull the dagger out without really anyone taking notice. And to answer your question, H, it's not like a big crowd, but it is just a few more servants, uh, a couple of knights, that sort of thing. Not like a big crowd, but more people.
Can I? I'm then gonna turn around and be like, make sure nobody leaves the property. And then I'm gonna go and find the parrot.
Uh, the Paragon isn't here with you guys yet.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck. Well,
We
who
don't have the
would come
Paragon
with?
here yet. And she's
Believe
gonna
you,
talk to him.
Raz, remind me,
She's gonna
they're
talk
flying
to
the ship over here to
him.
meet us over here, right? Ryan
Yes,
Protocol.
they will still be a couple of days, though.
Oh
Not
fuck.
tomorrow, but the day after should be their arrival.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, by all bylaws, I suppose you are now the owner of the vault. So,
No, the wife is still alive.
well, it's the wife. That's Mr. Maybell. So technically, Clay being heiress would be the owner of the contents.
Just how can the father just
Who
die? Like we were just here
knows?
yesterday. Who the fuck? Where's the wife at? Anyways, I'm not
She is
there.
in the room with them right now.
Oh, okay. I'm
She's
sorry.
also
Cause I'm kind
crying
of
and
also,
sobbing.
I'm also fucking ordering food.
Uh, but I will say with Jay, with your command, a guard who is there will kind of uh, like gesture out and go, "You heard him. Lock it down." As a couple of knights run off to start, you know, setting up guard all around the gates to pass the news of be on high alert. Um, as yeah, the
Cool.
with the kind of announcement and all that, the the manor is now uh, very busy. You see this kind of movement happening as you're on your walk back into the building, H.
So a lot of commotions going on, guards running and everything. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Uh,
And as you're kind of walking up to the palace, a guard rushes by you on horseback.
I look to the guards that are on foot and say, "Hey, what's going on?"
Um, you don't really see anyone yet, but when you when
Oh,
you
okay.
actually get to the front doors of the
Yeah.
palace, uh, you see as you're kind of walking up to the gate, two of them draw their blades, and will say,
I put my hands up.
uh, "Where have you been?"
I went out shopping to the pocket, to a shop to get me a small, little healing potion. I was out doing a little bit of errands.
Uh,
What?
you'll see they kind of lower their blades a bit, uh, and go, "The Duke has been murdered.
What?
Palace is on high alert."
How's that even possible?
That's what we're looking for the answers to.
If you want, I can, like, have some of my guys also help with this, whole entire situation. If you want us to look around town to help out any kind of way, I can see if a few of them would like to lend a hand.
No, no, we're not trusting any of you with this matter. Each and every one of you is under suspicion.
That is fair. I won't argue on that. If it's someone possibly, I don't want to even believe it myself. But if it's someone under the ranks of us, I will see to it personally that they will be prosecuted, sir. May I,
I mean, they kind of know he didn't do it because, I mean, hell, he's not even at the house.
Obviously, it was Floyd. No,
oh God!
just a
it was coma. His dead spirit bringing that skull inside of Jay did it.
God, if Floyd fucking came back as a ghost and fucking killed my dad, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna banish him.
You know, hey, wraiths and vengeful spirits are a thing.
And I'm a cleric. I'll kick his
Although,
ass.
now that I think about it, Callisto did kind of get swallowed by a staff, so it's
Yeah.
a little hard to, to
A little
come back.
hard to become a
Vengeful.
wraith.
Uh,
I got
in this current moment, I'm going to ask if I may have permission to enter. I want to see the crime scene. I'll ask them that if I can be able to see. If me and my pet Luke can come in.
They'll kind of look between each other as you hear a kind of shout from behind them as the knight who was escorting you around the other day
Mm-hmm.
kind of walks by them and says, he's in direct contact with the with Lady Esther. Let him through."
Thank you, sir.
"You best watch yourself."
I will. I just want to see the crime scene, sir. If there's anything we can help with, I'm pretty sure my dog here, Luke, can probably sniff him out.
"Up the stairs, you'll find it."
Okay. And how is
As he
Mrs. Maybell, the wife, and the daughter? Are they okay?
As you expect, the
Please.
husband to one and the father to the other is dead. It's not easy times for this house.
I kind of just rub my face a little bit. Alright. I'll just slowly start making my way there. Come on, Luke.
Do I bump into Floyd?
Uh, you were in the room still, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna start heading out.
As you're kind of walking your way out of there, Floyd, you do see Jade leaving the room, and you you can see all the commotion that's going on just outside of the room.
Jade. What in the hell's happened?
I don't know. Step over here. And I pull him to the side.
Okay. What is it?
I show him. Is it just me and him? Let me make sure.
You guys pull yourself aside to like around a corner. There are the odd people rushing by, like down halls, but no one nearby.
I'd be like, this is the dagger.
So
I
this is
show
the,
him the dagger. This is the murder weapon.
let's see. Okay.
Similar to the one Brahm. It's similar to the same type of architect that Brahm got his the staff he gave me. But is it a spear he gave me?
Wait, do you have the spear right now?
Divine Radiance?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have it. You have it on you.
Then yeah, you have the other spear.
So I
Wow.
pull the
You have
spear out.
Isn't that
It's
suspicious?
similar to
You have
this.
the.
It's
Wait, do
similar
you
to
have
this.
both of them? Or
As he shows you the spear you had seen Brahm with before, now passed to him. That both have like a almost golden handle and like metalwork to them, as the head is a blue, transparent, almost uh, or like a blue metal that's almost transparent.
Okay. I asked Jade, hey Jade, may I see that murder weapon? I'm gonna have Luke here sniff it and see if he can track the person that did it. Maybe
Yeah,
he might be able
yeah.
to get a whiff. Okay. I take the
Okay.
blade and I put it up to Luke's nose.
Um,
Now,
this is your
he's
dog, correct?
yes, but he's not trained. I will be fair. He's
I was
not
going to
properly
say
trained.
he's not
Yeah,
trained.
he's not trained for this.
Roll me an animal handling check for your side of things, and I'm gonna roll hit the dog a perception.
Okay.
Dirty buddy.
What's
Is
a
this sniffing? So maybe the dog
what's
would
a
have a better
basic
chance?
like? I'll use the mastiff stat block.
Do they have anything where it's like if they sniff, they have advantage?
Probably. That's
they
what I'm
probably
just
do
checking.
have keen.
Keen sense or sight,
Yeah, keen
smell,
Keen hearing
taste,
and
smell.
smell. Advantage on perceptions.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So let me just and
Let's go.
uh with a +3 to perception as a grand total of 14. Um, as he will kind of sniff at the dagger, uh, and look up at you and bark.
Woof.
Does he seem to? I just say, if you got a scent boy, lead the way.
Um, you got a nat 20 on animal handling.
Yeah,
Um,
but unfortunate for him.
It's gonna be a 50.
I'll say this. Since you did get the dirty 20, he starts walking back to the room where Miss Maybell's father is.
Damn it! I walk in, and I just put both my
I
hands on
didn't
top
even
of my
think
head.
about that, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take him back. Yep, damn it.
It's
Part
almost like he
5.
instead follows the smell of blood that's on the dagger.
Mhm.
As I still have the dagger in my hand, I slowly walk over to Miss Maybell, and I get on one knee and I just say, Miss Maybell, I know you're not feeling okay right now, but do you happen to at least notice anybody in your family's home that could have been a little bit suspicious, at least yesterday?
Before you answer, did you yell earlier, uh, out loud, or did you just talk to me about Jade eating your dad?
That was out of game. That was me as the
okay.
player.
I was just, that'd be awkward as hell if you yelled that out loud in front of everybody in there.
Jade, don't eat my dad.
Jade, don't eat my dad.
It's such a
No,
funny
that was
visual.
out of game. That was out of game. That was me as a player.
Okay, you're okay. You can go back and continue.
Okay.
Carry on.
Mr.Maybells just kind of looks at you, Floyd, and then looks away without saying anything. She's too distraught right now.
Okay.
Like there's no way she's gonna fucking think about shit right now.
I'm gonna say, listen, we're gonna find the bastard that did this to your father. I believe I have a lead. It's nothing I can really base evidence off of or just accuse right away. But I did spot a man looking into y'all's manner, just, admiring it from a distance. And when I confronted him, he had a bit of a nervous feeling to him that I've noticed off him. I'm gonna go see if I can find him. Like I said, he might not be the one. I don't want to just rightfully accuse, but it's the best that I got right now. Unless, Jade, if you can possibly maybe sniff around and see what you can find while I'm going outside the gates into the town. And I'm pretty sure Rainbird ain't gonna take this lightly. He's probably gonna last the fuck out. So if he does, we need to do our best to calm him down. Other than that, I'm gonna take my leave. I hand Jade the dagger. Actually, no. Scratch that. I don't hand him the dagger. I'm gonna take it with me because if that guy has a certain reaction to that blade, then that might help. I'm gonna clean it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna clean it.
Clean off the blood.
Oh yeah.
So you're not carrying around a bloody dagger.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go to a restroom and into a sink and clean it as best as I can.
Why not? Yeah, you Alright. Yeah, you clean off the dagger. And are you just heading out to go find that guy, or are you?
Oh yeah. I'm going out to find him. It's probably gonna be a disadvantage roll because I don't know where he would be. So, but
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's just
take.
gonna be a luck roll in the sense of just.
Gotcha.
Well, it depends. Are you just searching, or are you like asking around?
I will ask around and search at the same time if anyone's seen a certain man, but that could raise where someone's friends with him. They could alert him that I'm looking for him. It's a tricky.
That or others can get
Yeah,
riled up.
that's what I'm saying. So I think, for the most part, I'm gonna start by keeping it to myself and just search for him.
Cool.
Hope I get lucky.
For now, just give me a d20.
Okay.
Regardless, though, we'll get back to you on that.
All right. Fair enough.
Jay, are you sticking by the room right now?
Yeah.
Several minutes pass with not much happening. The kind of manners doctor is called on to kind of look over the Duke.
Give an autopsy.
Essentially, yeah. Do his checks of medicine. Miss Mabel, your mother has returned to her feet. There is still a lot of sadness in her eyes, but right now you can see she is currently focusing on figuring things out.
Coping.
Uh, it's making sure that she actually, she's currently telling the servants what to do and
Yeah.
managing the household.
Mhm.
Um, as the uh, doctor will step over kind of to you and your mother, who is now standing beside you, and say, I think it's best if you both take a seat for this. Um,
Ms. Mabel will sit down.
yeah, guides you both over to some chairs in the room. And will say to you both, it goes, it seems the cause of death was uh, caused by the dagger that was described to me. It appears that some further magical effect was involved, but it's not one I can ascertain at this time. Um, I can at least tell you it was, from what I can tell, he died painlessly. I'm sorry, but there is nothing more I can do.
Okay. Oh, mind me, I'm just crying. Oh, okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just dying.
Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you for anything you can do.
Your father was a good man.
I know. Miss Mabel will kind of grab her mother's hand, just gonna give it a little squeeze.
Mother will clasp yours in both of hers and kind of look over to you, both of you sitting side by side, and with a partial turn, she'll say, darling, I'm so sorry that I had to be here for this. I'm glad, though, that can I can be here for you to as we deal with.
More tears will start welling up, and she'll give her mother a hug.
Your mother will hug you back. After nearly a full minute goes by of just holding each other, she will uh, sit back up and say, Hugo, let's step out of the room for a while.
All right.
She'll kind of take your hand and both walk out of the room. Um, Behind you, the doctor will close the door and start doing what is need to be done, but
Yeah.
your mother will look to you and say, eh, we're gonna have to have a few talks about what this means for the family, but I think we can save those for later. Is there anything I can do?
No. I don't know.
Well, as those two grieve,
Jade is running around looking for suspicious people.
roll me an investigation.
16.
16. Where are you looking right now? Just all throughout the house, inside, outside,
Inside the house.
inside the house? Um, the entire place is bustling with activity. Like everywhere in the house, you see some people rushing throughout, trying to get a handle on everything. You see nearly every night this house likely has on patrol, looking throughout the building. Otherwise, though, there are several guards currently basically locking, or like knights basically locking down the guest house where all the other people in your convoy were staying. Inside, though, there doesn't seem to be much left from the crime scene itself. There wasn't any footprints, no signs of a struggle. Um, Investigating around, though, you can.
See, when you said no signs of a struggle makes me think that's somebody he knew.
In the sense that he seems to have been killed in his sleep, and that he didn't wake up from the attack.
Gotcha.
There was some.
I start I put on a fake invisible detective hat and I start asking people
Your head shaped into a
questions.
detective hat.
Who are you? Who are you speaking to first? What
Uh,
group?
any servants?
Servants? All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anybody they last seen in the vicinity?
um, asking around, kind of listening in on conversations, you can hear that several of the servants are, a lot of them whispering between each other, asking, like, what do you think this means? Like, some people asking, what do they think it means for their jobs, for, uh, like, how the future will go. Other people speculating on how this could have happened. Um, rumors spreading all throughout. Uh, you do manage to, kind of listening to the rumors and asking around, you do find the maid who first found him dead in the morning when she went to go wake up the couple in the morning. Is there anything in particular
Hmm.
you'd like to ask?
Did you
Or
see
any other?
anything last night?
Last night you said?
Yes.
Oh, I was down in the in the servants' quarters the whole night.
Who was
I,
on duty?
presumably just the guards. Most of us try and stay away from the floors during the night to not cause a disturbance.
Do you know which guard particular?
I'm sorry, there's a few that would pass by that area, but again, they try not to be too present outside the doors to make sure no one wakes anyone during the night. You have to ask one of the guards who was patrolling those ways, but I'm sure they're already well on to the investigating that side.
Yeah. Well, have you heard anybody say they see anything suspicious?
Let me see. Let me roll for rumor mill.
Roll for rumor mill.
Um, uh, well, I heard from one of my friends down in the kitchen. Uh, they were doing some early morning preparation for breakfast, and uh, they swear they heard some movement out in the foyer, but saw nothing when they peeked their head out.
Okay. I go to the next servant.
Uh, to speed things up, what are you asking? What do you want to know?
I just if they've seen anybody
Uh,
or caught a glimpse of something.
roll me just a flat d20 for what people are able to tell you, what they've seen. No one's really going to, lie to you about it unless they are guilty, but uh, for just going around random servants,
Yeah, 18.
18. Um, yeah, you come across the same cook who mentioned how he swears he heard somebody running through the house very quietly first thing in the morning, but couldn't see nothing. Presumed it until this morning. Presumed it was either
Okay.
like a rat or like thought it was just a ghost.
Nobody here is a paladin or a cleric, right?
Lady Maybell, Miss Maybell's mother is a paladin.
Does she know Zone of Truth?
She likely doesn't have it prepared, but she could.
Oh fuck. Okay, never mind. How devastating would this be if I were to hour reaping?
What is that ability?
Terrifies people within 30-foot radius of me, and they have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the end of their next turn.
The Duke is dead. Be afraid.
Be afraid.
Yeah.
And the purpose of this maneuver?
Pure laughs.
Scare
Speaks.
The Duke is dead. Panic, 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 panic.
At the Duke's death.
You're gonna lose
Panic.
your job.
Panic so I can get in the vote. Panic so I can get in the vote. Panic so I can get in the vote.
Now is a really good time to go get into the
Mom.
vote.
So I can kill somebody.
But yeah, you hear that. Like you find the guard who was on patrol in the area, and he says he didn't see anything for the whole morning. He of course didn't go into the Duke's bedroom, so but there's plenty of time where outside of outside of the walls and like the walls, gate, and some major like openings, there aren't many guards stationed throughout the latest hours. It's still like there's still good security, especially on the outside of the building, outside the fence, but inside the halls themselves, it's usually kept quieter.
Keeping it too quiet. Alright.
Yeah.
Damn.
Otherwise, that's all you really get from any of the servants in here.
Your family sucks, Maybell. I'm just kidding. I do not tell her that.
The family's dead, Maybell.
This is where my father died, Jade. Calum Bummer.
Your father died, and he hired a bunch of retards to work for him. No.
I stab him.
Miss Maybell, can I have his bones?
No.
Shh, baby. Can
Yeah,
I
Are
I
you
have
gonna
his bones.
that points towards dead body?
Can I be your father now? I'm just kidding.
I be your father now. It's crazy.
Well, while they're digging around, H,
Sure.
you run back outside the building, kind of go, I assume in the direction you saw the guy.
Yeah,
walk,
I
right?
actually had an idea that I just now thought of. Do we
Go ahead.
those teams before? Do we have any that are natural trackers? Like I know we have
Uh,
navigators, but like ones that are like hunters, kind of like tracking people.
You guys have one of those? I just need to remember if that was actually the one sent with you guys.
Got you. Trying to see if we got any.
We
of
have the book wyverns, the I know one of them was a mercenary. Fire spitters.
But what was the other one that was sent with you
I
guys?
know that we had another one. I think it was like the scouting people.
That's what I was thinking as well. I'm just because it was Yeah, because the
Don't remember their
scouts are some
name.
with you guys, the navigators with the other group.
Yeah.
I think is the split, or
So
was
the
it
scouts will
scouts?
be fine enough
It
then. They
was
can keep a
yeah.
lookout.
No,
And
wait, no.
oh,
Scouts
sorry.
are. Oh, I had to do this on the fly, of course, and I didn't write this
I
down.
swore I wrote it down, but I guess I didn't.
I think I wrote it down. Hold on. Let me look through my notes.
We're so organized here.
We are
We are
very organized.
amazing, I swear.
Can I do a luck roll?
No, 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 no,
That'll
no.
say
You already did the one for a 5, but
oh,
if you
fair
have a
enough.
different plan, we will go with
We
that.
had the fire spitters, the bookworms, and the sightseers.
What groups you said?
Fire spitters, wyverns, and the sightseers.
I think they're the lost. No, Illustrious is that. Is it?
We have lost swords.
It's kept on changing while you guys were planning it, so that's why I know I'm confused. Because
I know we at least had the book people and the people who are mercenary like.
yeah, the
And we
problem is
had
I'm
one
pretty
more
sure you
people.
guys had the negotiator group, which was the Scotch Hoppers.
Maybe that's what was it, and I just wrote it down weird.
The Scotch
This is
Poppers.
my notes we're talking about, so
That's the problem again, is that it switched a few times.
yeah.
Which the problem is, well, I thought I kept on flipping back and forth because because the bookworms were one I know kept us switching between which group it was with.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we had the book wyverns because they could help with looking through the libraries and such.
You know what? I'm not gonna think too hard about it. You have the scouts.
Okay.
You guys have the soul searchers with you.
And is the Soul Searchers basically just how the name explanatory in the name?
That's just their group name. Like
Okay.
it's like how the group you've been assigned to is the court jesters.
Got you. And what
Uh,
is the Soul Searchers specialty?
They searchers.
Scouting.
Scouting. Okay. We already have another team that's also scouts. So we basically okay. Then I'll go to them. I'll give them the quick rundown what's going on, and I'll see if they're willing to help me. Now I give them a fair warning that the guards do not want us to be doing anything because they suspect us. But if they're willing to help me, uh, I will also describe the man I am looking for. What is the color of that tabaxi fur? I mean, hair.
He had like an orange fur.
Orange fur. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I give him the. So it should be really easy. I pray to God that there's no other tabaxis here, as common as him, to find him, his outfit and everything, yada yada. You want me to roll a persuasion?
Go ahead. It won't be a high DC at all.
Okay. Fair enough. 15.
15. All right. Yeah, the leader of them will kind of go to you and say, "Yeah, we'll help out.
Thank you.
We already had the guards here come, start asking us questions. Luckily, we were cleared pretty early on. We were passed out in the main room for most of the night after a intense game of Fey poker with a couple of the knights here."
Gotcha. Fair enough. Now, I would like to pick your brain a bit, if I may. Open my eyes a bit on this. So I was already planning for me personally to search like probably like the taverns or any places, but I'm also thinking this guy might just avoid those and probably have like a secret hideout somewhere. What would you suggest in this case of a situation when you're looking for someone? What's the best course of action? Like little key points, any places to like keep an eye out for?
It's tricky.
Hmm.
For all we know, it could have just been a assassin who was hired, and they've already cut down.
Fair enough. Maybe we might be able to find some unuseful tracks in the woods nearby. Possibly. Okay. Well, you guys do what you do best. I'm gonna go, I guess I'll go search, ask around in the taverns and any other buildings, businesses of any sort. Um, with that being said, I'm just gonna walk off, and I think the first place I'm gonna visit is a nearby weaponsmith.
Okay.
So someone that's just selling like an arsenal, just melee weapons.
Now, may I suggest,
Cause I'm gonna
out
show
of
him this.
character, as a player, please do not say that the Duke is dead.
Don't say the Duke is dead. Okay.
Jade is running around yelling, "The Duke is." I'm just kidding.
The Duke is dead.
We'll let you go out to the public naturally
Ding
via,
dong, the Duke
via,
is dead.
via the family saying it and not just some random fucking guy.
Ding dong, the Duke is dead. Get off your horses. The band has been slain.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Anyways,
This is just a suggestion. You don't have to listen to me, but I highly
I'm going-
suggest.
for you, you're looking, just kind of looking around, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said you're going to a blacksmith, you said?
I'm going to a weaponsmith. Someone selling that has an arsenal of weapons they sell specifically.
Yeah, you find one pretty easily.
Okay.
Not on the main roads, but kind of further into the town.
Alright.
Oh, well, this is so pretty.
Teehee.
Oh yeah, Rez.
Hey,
Check the thing I sent you.
yeah, I saw.
Oh, peek.
I really like to think it was just something that
I
like
like how
Bodhi just
Jade
saw.
is
I was like,
just
oh yeah,
there.
that's cool.
Chilling.
Just
Why
skipped
not?
around. Completely unrelated.
I wouldn't
Jade
say
was
unrelated.
everywhere.
I mean, unrelated to what's happening right now, maybe, but like,
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know why. I pictured you like seeing like a turtle with sunglasses on. Like, yeah, this is cool. Raz would like this, and sending it to Raz.
Yeah, that is what I got. How do you know it was
Yeah.
a turtle with sunglasses?
for the sake of argument, is exactly what I said.
Yeah, me who sent it to Boney first.
Oh.
You know, it's too much.
Anyways. So what's going on?
What are you doing at the weaponsmith?
Oh, I was waiting for you. I was like, okay. No, I walk in and I say, is it a lady or a man that I'm looking at here?
Man.
I say, excuse me, sir.
The dice of gender conformity hitting the table.
I what happened
Roll
to
for gender.
I
happen?
didn't say it's just odds or evens.
Uh,
I just rolled.
does this
Roll for
particular
familiarity.
dagger seem familiar to you, sir?
He will look it over. He'll look it over and go, I haven't seen one of these in a long time.
Hmm. Did anyone? Is it something that you used to sell here?
No, never here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, these are a rare piece.
Rare. Really? Did you happen to catch anyone that had it on them? I'm trying to return it to its original owner.
No, sorry. These things. I don't even know where you'd find one of these anymore.
Hmm. Let's see.
Only place that the metal there comes from is some faraway land that no one ever goes to anymore.
That goes into it. Can you give me the name of that land?
I don't even remember what they used to call it. No one's talked about that place in phew,
Hmm.
close to a century, maybe more.
Not sure, maybe more. Okay.
No,
Well,
bit less than actually.
okay. Gotcha. Well, no, thank you for your time. Um, I walk out, and the next place I'm going to go to is, um, I guess I'm gonna go inside of a tavern.
Uh, you go into a tavern.
All right.
It's not too busy as it is early morning, or like mid to late morning, probably about at this point. Uh, let's say like 11.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty quiet in here right now.
Gotcha. Okay. I walk over to the bartender, and I ask immediately, excuse me, sir. Does this dagger happen to look familiar to you by any chance? That someone used to have it on them?
Hmm. I rolled him a nat 20, but you have no reason to ever have seen it. So
That's fair. That's completely
it's one of those
fair.
cases where I rolled it and then afterwards I sat there. I'm like, why did I even roll this?
Why did I even roll?
Like, what
You
is this
gotta
barkeep
honor it.
gonna know
The
about
dice
this?
got
Forget the
Like,
one.
roll.
why was I
It's
ever
like, oh yeah,
born?
I saw
The roll didn't happen.
John last week have that exact
Ah,
dagger.
the last time I saw this dagger was when I plunged it into the Duke's chest.
Hey, how'd you find my dagger?
Where'd you find my dagger?
I dropped that this morning.
In the Duke's
The
chest.
craziest story. I was riding my horse when suddenly it kicked back and my hands waved in the air. I threw my dagger high and it was gone. I swear I heard it making a sound just like it rattling through a chimney, bouncing throughout a room and then stopping.
You know, I like to imagine the tavern say, "Whoa, wait a minute. Ah, so it looks like you bought it then after all, huh?" I said, "What? Oh yeah, some guy was selling it over there just the other day."
Oh my god.
Uh, he'll look it over, and I guess I'll just drop more lore because uh, he'll look at it and go, "Oh no, nope, I'm not getting involved with any of that."
Well, why? What, what is this?
Uh, the we'll say elven man behind the counter just goes,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I don't know how things are here, but back when I was younger and living elsewhere, you get caught with anything of that symbology and tend to go missing.
Tend to go missing. The person carrying it or the opposition?
Anyone with items like that,
So are these like
po- they're
cursed?
dedicated to that what were they even called anymore?
Please, try to
The old
remember.
the the god that they no longer say the name of.
Was it a
What was
statue
their
of a particular woman?
name? Any statues were torn down immediately. Uh, well, besides a few, but those were even still. More than anything, they say those were traps.
Can you give me a little description of how these statues would look? What was their posture, their stance?
Uh, varied between, but wings. Always wings.
Hmm, gotcha.
Something to do with the sky and the sun.
Okay. Another question. Have you happened to see a man that is a tabaxi? Orange fur, about this height. Has he come around here?
Hmm. Don't recognize the description at all. Uh, let me roll for. Where is it? Nope, I haven't seen anyone like that in a while.
Hmm, got you. Another question. How often does this town have a flock of tabaxis around here? Are they common or?
Um,
Tabaxis.
I don't think they travel in flocks. After all, they are people.
No, no, I get that, but I just couldn't find the right term to describe like. Anyways, I'm sorry, sir. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'll leave you back to what you were doing. Thank you. If anything, I am just gonna go around this bar asking people. So at this point, I might as well just start doing that. Other than that, um, you want me to make a roll or any type?
Um, you're just asking around, you said?
Uh,
I'm just going to say that's the 5 you rolled earlier.
okay, fair enough. Okay,
We
so
never got to that. You don't really find much else beyond that
all
from
right.
people here.
Then the
Um,
last course of action I would do, is just walk outside of town and investigate. If you
kind of
want,
doing a patrol around the town
yeah,
area.
patrol the town area. If you want, you can go to the others because I'm gonna go outside real quick.
Alrighty, we'll get back to that. Um, are you up to anything, Zach, besides looking around, or just still investigating the
I'm just investigating.
cool? Miss Mayville,
Yeah.
time passes. Um, um, After a little while, uh, a servant will come into kind of the room you and your mother are in. Um, as he steps over to your mother and like speaks in a hushed tone to her that you can only just kind of pick up the odd details of, as she will then look to you and go with a sigh and go, "I'm sorry, I'm going to have to step away for a while. Um, there is a meeting today with your father's, the noble faction your father headed. It seems I will have to break the news to them.
All right.
They've started arriving and gathering. Um, though I've been told that another um, Arentian convoy has arrived. You would like to greet them. I haven't been told whether they're one of your friends or
I'll go
some.
see.
Thank you. Be well, my dear.
You as well.
Um, while Miss Mabel is uh, heading down to the front doors,
Kind of like on the way there, just like starkly composing herself, just in
mhm,
case.
um,
Just to like, oh.
several people are, as like you're stepping through, there are like several uh, different nobles that you recognize the faces of, but it's been some time and the names would take a bit of recollection. Uh, all walking towards the uh, large meeting room your family has, uh, as they're all gathering and their carts being towed away. There is one cart that stands out amongst the rest, a Arentian steam cart uh, with the normal guards in the front, but stepping out from the back. Boney, describe your character.
Oh shit.
Stepping out from the back is, I would describe him as your average Orentin more than anything. Standing at a fairly normal height, covered in bulky armor, with a skullish mask, different pipes of air leading across him. Um, the big thing is one of the steam rifles that the Orentin use, hooked onto his back, along with this book hung on his side. Um, his entire face and body is covered in metal plating. And as he steps off of the cart, Raz, how many would I carry with me?
How many what? Of your
Associates.
associates? We'll say like you have. What do you think is fair? Like 3?
Um,
Like 50, I think. I think that's
in
a
all
reasonable.
understanding, uh,
This is just you getting off the cart.
yeah, okay, I'll leave him in there then.
Don't leave
Uh,
them in there.
How many does that?
It is just one. You get more and more as you upcast it. Here's the funny part, though. I think I have. Yeah. Okay. So I can cast it 3 times for 2 per, so 6 at a maximum.
Gotcha. Are you having all of them right now?
If you'll allow that,
I'll allow it.
I'll tell you what. We'll go with 4.
4?
Yeah, I want to say the
2 were lost in a bandit attack.
I swear, you can never really trust these roads.
I will send you a quick little blurb, Boney.
Quick little blurb. This episode sponsored by. I'm kidding.
Face.
Flesh store. No.
Derek, have you seen the Flesh Store ad?
I haven't yet. I still need to continue watching the episodes.
It's not bad. It's like a minute long.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I'll
an
do that
actual
after session
commercial
when I'm
for
not
it now.
crying
It's
about
great.
it. I'm not crying right now.
fair.
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put on music this entire time.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes. Honestly, just lock the hell in.
I just fully just forgot to put that shit on.
I'll say one thing though. As he stands there, sort of like, you can see him checking a few of the armor pieces he has on, sort of pushing his face mask up. He looks around for a second before you can see the glim dead eyes behind the red lenses in his face mask lock with yours for a second as he begins walking directly toward you. You are the head of the household, I presume?
Well, that was my father.
Then he has been killed, yes?
That is correct.
I had assumed with all the guards posted. It's problematic there. Really, you're not going to find anyone if you just spread out like this. The assassin is already long gone if he was killed in his sleep, as it is still morning. Is it recent, or was he just... Did you find the body, or was he still alive when it happened?
We found his body.
Intriguing. I am here to see the Paragon. The Emperor sent me. I am early then. In that case, I shall wait here for her. This is her next stopping point, I assume. In the meantime, I am to speak with a Floyd.
Yeah. I assume there's like a guard nearby.
Yeah, one of the knights is like there are a few knights nearby.
Yeah, so considering the Duke was assassinated, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a guard around me right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a couple.
Yeah. Do you turn to one of the guards? Do you know where Floyd went?
The man stepped out to go look around the town for any.
Right. I'll give a quick description of Floyd to this man in front of me.
What is Miss Maybell's exact description of Floyd?
Go
I don't
on.
fully
Go on.
remember. I don't remember if there was actually a description of Floyd.
What do you think? Whenever
What do you
he's talking,
think Floyd
what do you
looks
think
like?
Floyd looks like?
What's the vibe you get off
Go
Floyd?
on.
I think
I just want to
Floyd
hear
looks
what you
like-
think Floyd looks like.
A useless piece of man.
It's literally in my token picture. Here, I'll put it out.
You think I can? You think I know shit? You think I
Yeah,
know
I
how
should
things
probably-
are?
Hold on.
I should probably put that down and/or post this.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Put him in the copy.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh god, I have to fucking zoom in. Hold on.
Here, I can help.
I remember it's a funny thing of Van Harel. That's what his fucking name was. There was an elf NPC that was like French that my players hated because he betrayed them for a while ago, and that was the token I used for him. So when that was first dropped, I was like, "Wait a minute, what is that French bastard doing here?"
What's that French
Um,
bastard doing here?
But you know, they made their campaign art, like their group art, like what his last thing that he saw was. Hang on, I can send it.
Can you tell me what this Floyd looks like? French.
French, a bastard.
French bastard man.
No. French bastard man. No.
Gotta find it.
Let's see. And would you describe him as looking like he's voguing?
I don't know what that means, but yes. No.
Does he have a
Man who
strange
lost.
smolder look to him?
Would you describe him as someone who, when you turns, you can hear the opening bars of Sin that he was an
God, I hate that song.
Okay, no, I found it. I finally found it. Ooh, took me a while. But, you know, they made the art the last thing that guy saw.
Bye, bitch. Just bye, bitch.
Yeah, for a while, with that little old lady in the front was what I pictured Miss Maybell to look like for a time.
Okay,
Is that zombie in the back giving like the radical?
It's giving a thumbs up. That's Jack Daniels. He's the top half of a corpse. It's two different sentient beings. The top half of a corpse named Daniel, and a sentient pair of pants named Jack, and they form together to be Jack Daniel, and that's an official government representative in my setting. He helps run the country.
Classic. I thought he was giving like the thumb out, pinky out, like
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Like-
hang loose.
yeah, hang loose type of gesture.
Yeah. Oh man.
Bye, bitch. You know what? That's how I'm gonna say goodbye from now on. Just hang loose and say bye, bitch.
Yeah.
Specifically to friends.
Gotta find the Jack Daniel art. It's terrifying.
I was
Ugh.
instructed this Floyd was an Orensian.
Yeah, he
Yet you say he lacks a mask.
he does. Yes.
Good to see you keep your soldiers lax here. Well, if he is nowhere to be found, I suppose there are other ways to figure this conundrum out. The quicker we find this assassin of yours, the faster my lady can get here without... Her Highness can get here without an issue. Would you say your father is open for questioning?
Kind of looks at him for a second. Um,
He's
hold
dead.
on. Just casually, should I do an inside check? Just kind of try to get what you're talking about, or should that be a different role?
Say insight. DC
Okay,
like 10.
18.
Cool. Yeah. He very specifically pulls out like a he pulls out like a clipboard and begins taking notes in the front of it as he looks up. Would you say your father's open for questioning? Is sort of like you can tell from his generalized aura and the fact that he literally smells like death. Probably, this man is a necromancer.
Hmm. Just kind of like looks. It's just like, oh,
You don't eat him.
I suppose so. Right this way. No, lead the way. To I guess where my father might be.
Um, you lead him through up to the uh, bedroom where he was killed in. Um, you open the door. Like a sheet has been placed over his head. The sheets around him change so that he is resting peacefully rather than in lying in blood. Uh, a couple of guards stand in the room and step out as they see you, Miss Maybell.
Okay. Yippee.
Wonderful. Have you identified the cause of death yet?
Yeah, it was a dagger that killed him.
Wonderful.
There was
This
some
dagger is
trace of
where?
magic, but we don't really know what kind. What was your question? I'm sorry.
This dagger is of what kind exactly? General description, do you have it on you?
I don't have it on me.
Would I be around at this point?
You would have definitely seen them walking by as they're going up to. So if you wanted to join these two,
I will
Yeah,
also
so I'll be-
mention that you definitely heard me walking by. That's it. Covered in armor.
and I
so
imagine as well it's like the military stomp.
So he's definitively uniformed, to say the very least.
so I'm standing in the doorway behind you guys. I'm like, oh, you want to know about the dagger? It looks similar to this, and I show him my spear. I mean, it's not the same, but it's similar metal.
You are a.
Floyd's got the dagger.
Uh, did we ever establish? Uh, Boney, your character is a long time Arentian with very much. I don't think you're a private. I think you're like a couple ranks higher. How we've kind of gone over
Damn it! I
things.
figured he was gonna be higher
I
than me. That means I
believe
gotta
so,
obey,
yeah.
obey his orders. Fuck.
He's not like the upper brass, but
My main thing is with how I work, I don't imagine my title is too high. More a commander
no.
of men than like a commander of yeah, like a I guess a sergeant, if anything.
Yeah, you're probably just a. You're probably a sergeant. We'll go with that. It fits pretty well.
Commander.
And you have had some time, less in the guard field and more in the active duty side of things. So I want you to roll me a history check real quick on something.
Hopefully I can actually I'm 90%
Do
sure
it.
I remember where
Do it
these
with
are from.
advantage. 16. Similar to what you heard from heard Floyd pick up earlier, um, you recognize these as uh, something related to the uh, Church of the Sky God, which has uh, you've kind of been put in a couple. You've been involved in a couple of moments where it's unofficially banned in Orentia. There isn't a true ban on it, but it is very much that symbology of the sky god is to be uh,
Shunned.
Yeah,
shunned
taken down, not
and
spoke of.
removed, and otherwise uh, to be it's always though to be done more like not discreetly, but it's not something to go out of your way to enforce, more to remove when you have the chance.
We don't talk about Sky God.
Oh, oh, oh.
Both the spear and that dagger are contraband. If you could leave them in my carriage, that would be wonderful of you.
No, I can't give you that spear. I'm sorry.
You're going to have to.
No.
I'm ordering you to leave the spear in my carriage when you have an opportunity to.
The only
I will
one
not
that tells
take
me what to
no
do
for
is
an
the
answer.
Paragon.
I am currently in head charge of the Paragon's safety. As such, you will listen to me.
Well, this is safe in my hands.
You're going to have to speak up, you anamorphous slime.
That's racist.
It is safe in my hands.
It will be safer in my carriage, where I can dispose of it discreetly. Or do you not
I
even
put
know
it
what you're
inside my
holding?
body. I know what
Wonderful.
I'm holding. I know what it does. And I know what it can do.
I assume you all have not been even. Okay, wonderful. You see him scribble something down on the big clipboard he's carrying.
For him.
All right, cool, groovy, fine, perfect.
So back to the matters at hand.
You said there was magic in the area?
There is some trace of magic when the doctor was performing an autopsy.
It was
Detect magic.
detect magic. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Trace of magic we couldn't
Um,
identify.
roll me a either investigation or arcana at advantage.
Damn.
Wow.
Um,
1111. Oh
because
lord.
of how faint of a trace it is, you can only glean the ever slightest hint of magic on the Duke's body, but you can't discern the type it is.
Can I assume that means that this has been a thing for quite a while then, yeah?
It's been several hours since this happened.
What time of day is it?
It's about 11 o'clock.
Could I roll an intelligence check to discern exactly how long these magical traces would have had needed to be like out to see maybe if this happened like maybe late night or early morning-ish?
Sure, with what you have done already, I will say it's a DC 13. That does it. Um, from like the intensity of the magic and uh, amount that remains, you can presume this probably happened like at maybe 5 or 6 in the morning.
And this magical trace is like in the wound or just around him?
Um, it definitely is a bit more concentrated at the wound, but you do see it is across the body. as though that the wound was the point of casting, but the body was affected.
Wonderful. And when did you happen to discover his cadaver?
Uh, when did I discover?
About 8 in the morning, when you heard the
A lady
maid
scream.
shriek and
Yeah. About 8 o'clock or so.
And at the time, the lady at the house was with him,
That is correct.
meaning she was either put to sleep magically. What is the race?
Astral elf.
Then that rules that out. Our assassin arrived early in the morning, slew him at around 6, proceeded to make his getaway after casting some form of magic either with the blade. May I see the sword? Or dagger?
Your comrade has it. Uh, starts with
Lord has it.
Floyd, yes.
I'll also note just ahead of time, the father is a halfling.
That I knew. I can see his cadaver. Corpse, whatever you want to call it.
No worries, I'm just God's making sure you know that one.
I like to
God's
think that
making
he,
sure you know
the stranger just looks up and is like, yes, no, I know that.
Sorry, I
Yeah, no,
understand.
he
Literally talks to nothing.
100% does that. He is
Yeah.
used to
Talks to
talking to
nothing.
corpses.
Yeah. Talks out loud and then writes something down on the clipboard. I
Like, don't worry, I know that.
was like,
He
oh,
was
Thank
I
you.
have
killed
it.
around 6 in the
Thank
morning
you.
due to
Thank you,
a
spirits.
dagger. And yet his wife was with him directly, meaning that she was not alerted. Our assassin most likely used some form of invisibility, maybe? Or perhaps teleportation to enter the room. Silence would be needed to slay him to a degree that would not wake an astral elf since they are in trance and not sleeping. You're dealing with either someone with a very magical piece of equipment or an actual arcane user, which is most likely Aristarchian work.
And your mom didn't say anything.
We will acquire her testimony later. For now, you see him suddenly pin the quill he has to the top of the clipboard, section it off in a bag to his left as he pulls this extremely battered script out, opening its pages. He's simply his armor almost seems to emanate this green fog as he does, faces shifting in it as he looks up. May we speak with you? Speak with that.
Cool. You cast Speak with Dead. Because of how that spell works, you have 5 questions that you can ask it. As the eyes of the corpse open, uh, with a glow, like a green glow coming from them, with the bodies partially sitting up, almost as if just hovering there rather than sitting up. What are your questions?
Were you conscious at the time of your death?
No.
What is your relation to the sky god?
I have get into voice. I have
Back
to do it
back
one more
with the
time.
dead voice.
Uh, I have none. I'm a devout follower of her, of the goddess of life and death, Hiana.
Would you have done anything to maybe entice such an attack from would-be believers of this false idol?
I don't believe. I don't believe I ever had much interaction with that group.
Hmm. What's the last thing you remember before going to bed?
Remember checking up on my daughter. She was asleep. Giving my wife a kiss on the head.
Did you die immediately when the dagger pressed in? That's a dumb question, actually. He was asleep when he died.
He just says that. Just like, wait, never mind. That's stupid.
No!
Dang it!
Shit.
I won't count that one.
Okay, he knows nothing.
How do you get into the vault?
How do you
No,
I know nothing about that.
yeah, right now, good.
But
Jake,
I
you
do.
said
I'm just kidding. First of all,
Do you say that?
no.
anything.
I mean, I don't have a fifth question for him. I mean, if you guys can think of one, go for it. But like, I covered my bases. Last thing he did before he went to sleep, if he even had any relation to the whole that bit, and then he was asleep when he got stabbed. So I
Does he
can't
know
really get
why
anything about
anybody
it
would
from
try to
his
kill him?
past. He doesn't know.
I can't really think of any other questions.
Maybe
So
are there
here's-
any safeguards for this? That could have been like any. Well, I imagine it would have come up by now, but anything in place, any additional security that could have, popped up.
Anything
Anything.
you want your daughter to know?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Yes, make him cry more.
Unfortunately, I am not that kind of guy.
Unfortunately.
The thing about the whole security question is a lot of that can be gleaned from just asking Knights or his wife even. I need information from specifically him.
Things that only he would know. That is related to his murder.
I'm just saying, like, honestly, if what I remember is correct, only he knows the location of the vault. His wife doesn't. Miss Maybell doesn't. You all can speak up when I do this. I mean,
Okay, then Jade would come over. Where's the vault?
Oh god. Hey.
I
Must
think as it
forget.
is, it has, like, as it's written, it is that the caster has to say it, but I'll ask Boney, are you okay with him asking one in your stead? Or do you want to just repeat what he says?
looking down at his clipboard, I've hit my big four things. What I know about the whole vault business, why the Paragon's coming here, even.
You would have been given a brief briefing about
Whoa.
the situation. It was that tricky part of I had to pause because I'm like, Dang it! I already used the word I want to use.
How do you use the word?
Followed by screw it. I'm going for it.
Fuck it, we ball.
But no, you were basically told that the Paragon is on her way here, to uh, see about obtaining some uh, some confidential information from the House Maybell, uh, in relation to a secret project of hers.
Oh man, I can't even ask them because yeah, I'm like as soon as a question leaves my lips, he's gonna answer it.
He's gonna go, I don't know, and then falls down.
Question.
Fucking falls down.
Mhm.
With the fact that I'm very specifically a necromancer and this is like my bread and butter, could I pause him for a second?
I'll allow you to ask the rest of the group questions.
Just simply
hold a
turns
palm.
around.
Hold a palm to him up real quick as like he stops, like even moving or breathing. As
I
Explain
won't
your
pull a
business.
D&D movie on you guys, and I'll say you have to ask it with the intent.
explain your vault business.
Oh yeah. Do you want me or you?
The vault contains some
Information.
ancient texts that the house has always kept under wraps and
Are these texts the
contained.
one my highness is, or her highness is looking for?
Yes.
That is correct.
Wonderful. He will pull the clipboard up so he's like on a new page. List directions on how to enter the family vault.
Um,
No.
he will say, with each new head of the house, the paragon of her lady will grant a gift that will guide you and be your key. As the body floats back down.
Wonderful. That doesn't help at all. God, halflings and their prose.
A bit of a grip at her fist, just like, don't talk about my father, you asshole.
Bro, looking down at the body, just get a load of this idiot.
I was like, man, that didn't help me at all. What a fucking dumbass. Just like,
Fucking halfling pros kicks the body.
Stop speaking in riddles.
uh,
Wonderful. So we exactly no closer than we were, and he knows nothing. Our assassin struck at exactly 6. It's currently 11:30. I imagine that he's long gone by now. Especially if it was a caster of a level that could cast silence.
What do we do?
I assume your mother is not the kind to have been in on it.
no.
You can say that with absolute certainty.
I say that with all the certainty that I have.
Wonderful.
I turn
My,
around.
my mother loved my father. He loved her the same.
Slimy green man, where did you acquire that spear?
Oh, my friend who worships Alotl. Do I know he worships Alotl?
I assume that's not the sky god.
No. Erlotl
Okay,
is
cool.
the god of storms, not the sky.
Same different.
I don't know
Very
where
Same
he
thing,
acquired
really.
it though.
What is a member of our lawless coven doing with illicit contraband?
I don't know.
Wonderful. And this man's name is?
I'll walk off.
Walks away. Just like. Anyway, just
Wonderful.
turns around, walks away.
I do actually have one more thing for you too. He pulls up the clipboard, takes 2 little pieces of paper from the bottom, hands them to both Jade and Miss Maybell. These are contracts. In the event of your death, I am allowed to use your corpse as a section to another soul to inhabit it in your untimely demise. Do not need to sign the signature. I can always order you to.
I mean, I am a monk of the way of the death. And a barbarian.
Correct me if I'm wrong, does that not mean you value lives as much as you deal death?
I love killing.
Wonderful.
No kidding.
As you
More,
can see, as I point to the skeleton inside me, that used to be a friend.
Neat. I wonder what happens if I would raise that while it's in you.
He would
Let's
cuss you
not
out.
find out.
I will say, as you're looking at it, you do know that you would struggle to animate those, as those are magical bone. The bones have been enchanted.
Intriguing.
Just looking at it more. Shit, I can't do that.
Oh, I'm not going to say that. He just sort of, scribbles down something on the clipboard.
Anything else?
The name of your accomplice and why you have that spear.
The spirit is mine.
Wonderful.
You have no worries. I am not affiliated with any culture. I am here to have a good time.
I don't know where the Paragon gets these people.
If for a good time,
They found me walking in
not
the
a long
woods.
time. Um. So you guys are stepping out of the room now, yes?
Yes. I'm gonna go find this man's wife.
I'm gonna go find this man's wife.
I will
Uh,
do the same thing.
Find in air quotes.
As you guys are heading back down the stairs to where you last saw all the people and whatnot, suddenly down the hall, you hear a very large roar and several voices shouting.
I run.
Hey, we're cutting over to the other group, everyone.
Oh, yay!
Hey,
Yippee!
Jacob, Rain.
Hello, hello, hello.
I am ready.
Hey, Renford, watch me
Hello.
jump off the ship again! Whee!
Check out this move.
Check out
I
this.
call it
Flip off the ship.
falling meteor.
Oh, look, a
Watch
penny!
this from the top rope. Jumps off the ship.
I learned that from Coma. He told me it would help me ascend to the gods.
As soon as that happens, Rampart just says, "You know what? Not today. Can't do this today."
So you know what
And
I
just
don't
goes.
care
He
today.
just
bring him
goes
back
and
later,
lays down
right?
in his bed. He just goes lays in his fucking bed. He just gives up.
Valid.
Anyways,
I will first ask because it's been a while. Do you remember if there was anything else you wanted to do before you left?
I was left with the fact that my rolls were shitty. When it came down to the trying to figure out what had been there before. And then you made me roll twice over to be like, there's no Uno. As in no spy.
You
or
don't
whatever.
have Uno.
You don't have Uno.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
the
I
role
do. It
of
came with your
do I
Xbox.
tell you something?
Mhm.
Yep. but the first one was the first of those rolls was just a uh okay, go ahead and try to roll again to see if you find anything out, right?
Mhm.
But did horrible on that. Oh well, big whoop. I did so much rolling last time, it probably cost a small. You know what? Never mind. Let's not make that joke. But yeah. Either way, I am now. I was stalling in case Rain had anything.
No, I'm on the ship.
Okay, got it.
I've been on the ship for some time now.
Right, I'm ready to go. Like, if you've got stuff you've got planned for us along the way, go for it. Because I'm just ready to catch back up with the group.
You guys are still, um, well, with how you guys got everything done, you're probably ahead of schedule, all things considered,
Hmm.
with how things played out. Um,
Which means more time for funsies.
Like crafting, perhaps? No.
where did I tuck that thing away? Because I can give you that ahead of time,
Maybe not.
assuming I still have it somewhere.
Got that net 20, you know?
Yeah, that's
I am curious. Is there a planned destination after stopping in at the Great? Well, stopping in with the rest of the group, because this can be answered out of game or whatever to save time. But
Um,
like,
Out of game, it's not really. It's that is what you guys are going there to look for. Is where is
right.
your next location?
So the Paragon doesn't have like a destination in mind planned upon a success.
It is on a success. You have a new location.
Mhm.
What do
I
we?
imagine a
But
lot
we
of it's
don't.
determined by what we find
Got
out
it.
here.
Um,
Mm. Because I know where we're going after a failure. That's back home.
what?
Maybe,
Crazy.
maybe.
um,
That's
but
crazy ones.
so yeah, I do want just a moment before we show up in the Great Ruins.
Mhm.
But
But you know, I think, yeah, I don't think Brom had anything else he wanted to do anywhere near the mountain. I think pretty alright with heading back to the rest of the group. I think a lot of his time is probably spent in the medical wing, um, just kind of hanging out,
The meta who wing?
just kind of watching, um, watching how Grackle's doing over time.
Dead.
Maybe, you know, potentially.
cast a lot
I'll
of the
be
back on
close
that
fate.
one.
But yeah, I think that can sum up a good amount of the stuff.
Um, I'm just double checking the thing I had prepared before last time. Uh, uh,
Do you guys want to know something really funny?
What?
You know the element cobalt gets its name from the trickster goblin of German folklore, the kobold, because when medieval miners discovered it and tried to smelt it thinking it was silver, it released toxic gases, and they thought it was a goblin playing tricks on them.
I did not know that.
I did not know
Cool.
that.
I didn't even hear what you said. What'd you
Cool
say?
metal
My s-
lore.
My sister
Metal
told me that's in it.
lore.
She's a
Metal ore?
she's like a
Metal
geologist.
lore.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, so Give your kobolds cobalt swords.
Yeah, so
Cobalt
they'll
wearing cobalt.
so it'll be shiny, and they just run back off to their horde and just are like, "Yeah, we brought it back. Ooh, shiny. Here you go."
Jacob doesn't get the joke.
I said I didn't hear what you said.
He doesn't get it.
Well, maybe you should speak up on occasion. Also, maybe I should cut my volume back up.
Should I repeat the joke, or should I just like leave him in the dark?
No, say it again. Say it again. Give him a chance.
Okay, cool.
Say it with your chest.
The element cobalt gets its name from a trickster from the goblin of German folklore kobold, because when the medieval miners discovered it and tried to like use it, they smelted it down, and when you smelt down cobalt, it releases like toxic gases. They thought that it was a goblin playing tricks on them when they did, so it literally found its name because they believed that the metal was a cobalt. So cobalt.
Hmm. Okay, got it.
Anyways,
Just fixing something I wrote a month ago at this point.
oh, all good.
Sorry, a joke's never funny twice.
Oh, you're fine. You're right. Just a cool tidbit of lore there for Cobalt. Trying to remember what number that is.
Here.
I also think it's really funny that I talked about this today. The vampires and the carotid artery. But I really question this because vampires don't kill their victims, right? They turn them into like spawn or whatever.
The rolls, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it really makes sense that they would go for, the huge ginormous vessel in your neck that would like insta kill you if they're like like the vampire like shows where like they like bite into someone's neck and it's like, ooh, it's like a little hot and like sensual or whatever. Yeah, you would die. You would die.
Well, yeah, but then they come back as a thrall because they're undead now.
Well, I mean, like some people do. Like, there's some very specific vampire thing I'm thinking of, where they do that because it's kinky, and it makes me very mad because, in order to even get to the carotid, you would have to like eat into somebody's neck like, quite a bit.
Out their throat.
That's why the long teeth are there, Boney. Come on.
For one, that's like life-threatening blood loss.
Listen,
Also,
hear me out.
that artery is in some extremely high pressure. So as soon as you get your teeth into that, you're just getting power washed by the human neck.
No,
it's
but
really
you don't understand.
funny.
The teeth are coated with a coagulant so that it creates a seal. And there's a hole,
Coagulant? What the fuck is a coagulant?
Yes.
and
But even
there's a
then,
hole
like-
in the teeth that they suck the blood in through like a straw.
You know, it's really
Even
funny.
then, those arteries are really deep in the neck. You'd have to like through
There is
there.
a. Have you guys seen What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
Yes.
Well,
Because they do
yeah,
it in
in
the
What We Do in the Shadows, there's a vampire Viago and he goes for that, and immediately blood starts spraying out of the carotid artery. It's like shit, as it goes everywhere.
That's pretty much exactly what happened. Like I don't.
And so you know, Clay, a coagulant is something that makes the blood clot.
Ah, okay. New word.
Um,
New word to say randomly.
Right. Hear me out though. The vampirism and the biting of the neck had to have been some guy was doing some writing and was like, how do I make this more alluring to people? And there's just this guy sitting on a couch with his legs crossed, like, oh my god, you should totally make it to where they bite his neck. It's so weird,
We
but
get
like,
more female readers.
kinky.
Listen, people were freaky back then.
I think the
Oh my
entirety
god,
of
this is kinky
vampirism
and weird.
as like
I
a
love it.
thing came from what was it, like Vlad the Impaler or whatever the frick his name was.
Yeah.
that's where Dracula was originated. I
Yeah,
don't know if it's
Dracula.
vampires in general.
Well, Dracula was like the first one.
There's a lot of different like
Oh,
He
vampire
wasn't
lore.
the first one, but
Uh,
he's definitely the most popular and made
he's
well.
I
the
know.
most popular English literature.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. There's
Um,
also like vampires in other places too.
Yeah, I think he's
There's
not the
been
origin.
there's a
He's
lot
not
of
the origin
different.
of the modern vampire interpretation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I read Bram Stoker's, and it's really funny because he goes on and on and on about like it's really, I don't know, like it's really hard to describe, but um it's like, I wouldn't call it crappy horror writing, but like it's horror writing done in a sense of way that's like the dim shadows underneath, like the curtain lengthened, like it's just like uh okay, Ray.
Um,
I saw that username once, and I was awestruck by the sheer genius of it.
Renaming my Discord account.
The first appearance of a vampire in literature was in Robert Southey's 1801 poem Thalba the Destroyer.
ah.
There's a lot
Anyways.
of different
We
things
should be
of
great.
like.
Yeah, moving
Uh,
back to actual game.
Okay,
Robert
yeah,
South-
I won't yap about vampire lore.
Well, I thought we were stalling for you. You never.
No, I've
interrupt-
been done for a good hot minute now.
Okay.
It was the
I
cobalt
was
thing
just
done, I think.
I was just caught up in it, and I had to stop myself as well from getting into a rant.
Yeah, I was about to yap about vampire lore.
Later.
Yeah.
I'm going to send both Jacob, because he's the one building it, and Rain the description of the weapon that you'll be handing off.
Yippee!
Cool. Give me a big descriptor of me doing the work.
All right, let me do a play-by-play of
Yeah,
Ryan
we
for
want a
putting
cutscene.
this thing together,
Yeah.
and that's how we'll spend the last hour of session.
I mean, it doesn't have to be that, but okay.
So you assemble the
It
weapon.
doesn't have to be an hour, but.
Oh well. Okay, fine.
You can describe you building it. I'm just sending you what it does.
Oh, nice. Let me take a look at it, and that'll.
I sent it to Rain as well,
determine-
just so he can like start putting it into his character sheet.
Wait, Clay, is that actually a thing? By the way, the thing you sent me.
Yeah,
I was
that's
not
today
paying
right now.
attention.
That's
I think
literally
this is one of
today.
my new favorite days. That is one of my new favorite days now.
Wait, what?
According to the thing on my computer that tells me about what happens on days.
Mhm.
Today is Ward Pangolin Day.
This is
Hell yeah! Pangolin rock.
Hell yeah. I like to beat him with a sock.
No.
and I can't say that.
Yeah, you would beat it with a sock.
I mean, they're armored. It's not like I'm doing any damage.
Hey man, they are the #1 most poached animal in the world.
Exactly. And I'll
At least I'm
kill
not
you.
curving
They
it.
already got rough enough.
Yeah, and I'll kill you if you bully them.
I'm training him. What do you mean? He's gonna be the next teenage mutant ninja pangolin.
Jacob knows where you live. I can easily ask him where you live so I can go kill you.
Haha,
Yeah,
it's too
no,
far
I'll
for you to
definitely
drive.
direct you. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's only an hour and a half. From here,
See,
you gotta
it's too
fly here
far.
first. Actually, he's closer to Daniel, so only about an hour from Daniel.
Awesome, I'll get Daniel to drive me so I can beat his ass.
me when I go and lay down, I'm a CPEP boy.
Okay, yeah, I've got a pretty good idea of what I want to say for this. Right.
Ooh, hell yeah.
So after having asked you for the shards and holding himself up on the trip back and forth, Reinpert does only one thing each day that just kind of throws you off, and that's out throughout the process he just goes, "Right, hey, can you say nice things to this about Elato for me. And it's just like holding up like a stick with like basically some really far off tongs to where it's with it not within a certain radius of himself, right? And just holding it up towards you and saying, "Here, say nice things."
You want me to say nice things about Halotl or about the stick?
About Elato to the shard.
Oh, the shot. Right. Okay. And immediately, he just starts just saying anything that his brain could muster. Very cool. Um, very strong. Has a cool horse. I think. Yes. No. Has a
Right.
cool horse.
More praise. That's not doing it.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this one, but
I say,
I'm not
look,
gonna do
just
that.
say Elato is the greatest for me.
oh, sure, yeah. Lots of, I mean, come on, you're the greatest.
And as soon as he says that, just a little bit of a glow from the stone. I'm like, damn conceited gods and their fucking. As I'm just go back into my workshop. It's like a bypass to get some of the power out of it, so it actually does what it's supposed to do. Basically, trying my best to say, Raz, that only somebody who actually gives a shit can use this fucking thing as I forge it together.
Sounds good.
But eventually I come back out, and instead of asking you to say weird things to stones, I say, Brom, I have something for you. You'll never guess.
The lot will let it be the axis.
Two shards
Beans.
taped to sticks.
Yeah.
Right,
Please
well,
let it be two
not
sticks.
just axes, but chained together axes as I pull them out.
Oh. Holy shit. It's a chain. I can. Whoa. As Brom kind of traces his fingers along the cold metal chain, for kind of his hands come to the handles of the hand axes. Before he sort of picks them up and begins to almost sort of like swing one of them around, almost kind of like yeehaw cowboy style above his head, just kind of getting a feel for the weight of it and then like, sort of how they move around.
One more question, Riz.
Mhm.
Could I have been doing Damascus layering for the blades? Like the parts that I formed to have the segments of the shards in?
Where are you getting the Damascus?
Forging it? From study?
Do you have you have at least like a basis of a forge. You can, but it won't have any magical effects added.
I don't want any kind of extra effect from it. That's not what I'm saying.
It'll be it is a
It can be a rudimentary attempt at Damascus even. I'm okay with that too.
yeah. I can say you got something akin to it. It's not a quote unquote true Damascus weapon, but it has the metal patterning on some of the parts you have added to it.
It looks pretty.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Yes, it's all coming together. This is it. As
I
you
see.
see
Hmm.
for a moment, as he sort of takes what you've presented to him, you see him as after swinging it around for a while, and a couple of new scars being added to his body on accident from him accidentally nicking himself while swinging it around. You see him sort of take them out and sort of head out to the any sort of outside area of the airship.
Outside areas include there's the loading bays that are just bigger open but not outside, or there are kind of like on the bottom floor for a bigger one. At the back and along the edges, there are like uh, watching deck, like viewing decks in a sense, outdoor areas that you can. The side ones and the back one is a bit more broken from your guys' fight. Still, it's still like it's repaired, so it's safe, but it's not like it doesn't have the weapons it used to.
I think the place we had the fight at is probably actually where he's going to go.
Yeah,
As he just sort of heads out there for a moment, um, as he's just going to sort of take the hand exit out and just kind of look out at the skyline. Um, as I wouldn't be able to do the action thing, would I?
you can if you want to.
I think I'm gonna do it. As he raises the hand axes in the air, a crackle of lightning sort of coming from them, almost sort of shooting out of him in this wave.
Crackle of lightning, if you will.
I'm throwing him off the ship. I don't care.
Throwing him off the ship. He's dying
Um,
today.
He's dying now with these new hand axes, might I add.
With this treasure I summoned.
Yeah. As yeah, no, he just sort of does that. Before, after having done that, sort of heads back in. Thank you, Rainbird. These are very nice.
You are very welcome, my friend. I say, be mindful of their properties. I'll teach you what I know, but it's
Very
up to
demure.
you to discover anything else new with them that, well, I just have absolutely no control over.
Ooh,
Also, make sure to praise it every day or something.
Oh, that's good boy.
Just down
Oh,
the
yeah.
hall, random masked stranger. Either that or it's Grackle's mumblings are like,
You see,
Cracker
he
boy.
looks towards the two hand axes. Oh yeah, these things are definitely getting added to the cuddle puddle.
Okay.
As he begins to sort of wrap the chain almost kind of around his body, just to sort of make it to where he's not dragging these big old axes behind him. As you see him almost sort of wrap it around we'll say it around his waist, sort of keeping the two axes almost kind of dangling at his sides.
I see. Now, back to my study of metallurgy.
Did you want any help with that?
Hmm? What do
Like,
you mean?
you know, I don't know, maybe you need someone to hold really hot stuff or hit things really hard or
I mean, the suit
lift
handles that
things,
mostly, but
you know, I don't know.
we don't really have anything super heavy I can work with on the ship.
I get you.
Hmm.
Well, if you
I'm
need any
trying to
help,
think. I want you around and I want to spend time with you. You are my friend. Let me think. I'll come up with something.
You know, this may be the hand axes talking, but you're pretty alright.
Oh? Well,
Oh,
thank you.
well, I mean, yeah, no, I appreciate it. I really do. I mean, these are great. I can only imagine how it's gonna change when we get more of them.
This is my first time really making a weapon. At least a magical one. I tend to stick to trinkets mostly, but this one, well, in particular, I like this. And I think I want to do more of it if I can.
Well, I'm certainly going to find more shards, so...
Right, but I think for now, adding them to this might be your best benefit. That's why the extra slots.
Oh yeah, the wavy parts. Hey, that's kind of like as he pulls out the sword of the martyr. That's kind of similar. Neat.
I'd thought about upgrading that, but I know you have a fascination with axes a bit more.
Well, it's true. I do like axes quite a bit. That's what I first learned. It's probably what I'm more comfortable with. But I mean, the sword's great too. Don't get me wrong. But I do like. And he says, as he's saying this, he's holding the sword in one hand, and he kind of looks at it and almost like puts his hand behind, in front of his mouth, to where almost kind of like he's whispering to you.
Don't get like the wrong impression. Sword's great, but I mean, I like axes.
There's actually something I did want to ask you, but I didn't feel like I should ask you right away. But, well, it's a sore subject. Are you willing to hear me out at least? I understand if you tell me no and go the hell away.
No, no. I mean, you're fine. Yeah, no. Go ahead. Shoot.
Um, I can we just be sitting like in our room space and like very obviously like in the middle of the room where you put it before is just Cade's armor sitting there, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's definitely almost propped up near his bed. Kind of like alongside the wall, we'll say.
I say we probably should talk about this because we need to figure out what we can do. But there's a side thing with that too, but mainly Cade. Your master was quite something, wasn't he? To have had worn some armor like that.
You say as his eyes kind of glance over the dingy, beat up golden armor with the scratched out insignia and countless dents and scratches.
Yeah, yeah. He really was. You should have seen it when he wore it. It's gone to shit now. But I mean, I've been trying to keep it clean, I guess.
As you can see, there's like a little bit of almost like varnish sort of on the table, kind of he keeps beside his bed. You see, he's been trying to sort of keep the armor in a presentable state. A very thin, almost sort of like glossy layer over it. As he's looking at it, you see him get up and actively take a little cloth as he begins to wipe a spot it seems he might have missed before.
Sure, I got that earlier. Sorry about that.
Right, no issue. It matters dearly to you, and I see that it is. Probably. You know, forget I said anything. I just. How would you like me to fix it up for you?
No. I appreciate the thought, Lampert, but I'd rather it stay this way. Kind of this way.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just I want to keep it as a reminder, I suppose. Even Cade's not untouchable, it would seem, as I once thought that he was. But truth be told, I don't think I've ever met anyone quite as strong as he was. And if he can be taken down like this, well, who's to say that I'm not soon to follow? Especially on the path we're on, huh? But no, it's like he said to me a long time ago. My death will probably be well, I say first of many, but I'm afraid that one's already been taken.
He says as he sort of glances down to the large, almost claw-shaped scar that goes across his chest as he sort of runs his fingers over it.
Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, it's fine. I just. Pelotto said he was a traitor, a coward. Honestly, I'm not sure how much I really know Cade, after all. After his disappearance, I don't know. I don't really know. I guess how. He says he gets up for a moment, as he seems to be kind of trying to find the words to say.
As you're thinking of that, Grandpa walks over to him and, taking a closer look at the armor without touching it, he says, "The veil we have in our moments when we need someone the most can definitely turn what we saw someone else as into a completely different picture. By that I mean, you were basically raised by him, weren't you? Maybe not in your adolescence, but throughout your beginnings of adulthood, yes?
As he kind of nods his head.
He was all you had, wasn't he?
For the most part, yes. Cade and some of the other priests of Pelotto were basically all I had growing up, aside from the weapons which they gave me.
I know I've told you all the general gist of my own trials and tribulations, but I don't think there's something else that I've told you yet. When I was trying to get to a point to where I could actually take care of my mother and sister, during that time, I ran into an individual. He helped me with everything. He taught me other things I could do in that time, and I thought he would become my idol. It went differently than what yours and Kate's did in comparison, but I spent years doing work for him, working 10 times harder than I ever should have, and it's because I thought of him as a great man. After those years, though, when I thought I had figured out exactly who he was, he showed me a new face, and I didn't like it. But I think you're jumping the gun a bit. You haven't seen Cade since he departed from your life. The trail he left behind him seems to be one of shallow cowardice. But until you actually talk to him, if you can get the chance, I feel like you at least have an opportunity to find out what the truth really is. And I know you had words told to you by God, but gods are selfish. They are the truly most self-righteous beings in this world, and if something betrays them, they see it as a scorn. Maybe Cade did something he had to. Maybe. I don't know. But there's still a chance to talk to him, and I think that should come first and foremost for you when you think of him.
Right.
There are some people that don't deserve a chance, but as much as I've heard you praise him, and I've never met him, I still think he deserves a chance to say something for himself, rather than all the other people's words. Right?
Thank you, Redbird. I really appreciate it. I don't even know what I'll say to Cade if I see him again. I mean, on one hand, I've been ordered to bring him in and, defeat him and all that by Lordwood himself. Who's exactly like I imagined him to be. But I don't really know what I'm going to do, Rampart. I mean, on one hand, you have my faith, which Cade himself instilled in me. I mean, he gave me a choice. Either I died immediately or I devoted my life to Halotl. My afterlife, my eternity, my soul, everything to him. I would know nothing else. I would never sing songs or make music or cook or bake. I would fight and I would keep fighting for all of eternity. And now I'm being told by the person which I've devoted all of that to that I have to kill Cade, and I don't know what to do, Reinhardt. Not long after the first time I died, when it first happened, when a direwolf sunk its claws into my chest as I stabbed it in the throat. Everyone cheered when I came back. All the other priests, they were excited, but I was terrified. I was so scared. And Kate saw that, and he gave me a look which I couldn't understand at the time. I still don't think I fully understand it, but he looked shameful. He looked disgraced. I had never seen him look like that before. And when we were all celebrating and he was talking to me, he seemed bitter and angry. He said it would be the first of many, and I don't doubt that. But I don't know. As he sort of, he kind of puts his head in his hands for a moment, before you can see him begin to almost sort of tremble. Give me an insight check, please.
Oh. Okay. You caught me with my pants down. Hold on one second.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh my.
Depends back
Don't
on.
forget to wipe up when you're done.
Crazy.
What?
Crazy.
Ba, 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 ba. Excuse me. I was not expecting you to be the one to tell me to roll.
Oh no, all good.
Okay.
On a 16, when you sort of look at Braun and you see him begin to sort of shake, there's almost these flashbacks to whenever you've seen Braun fight. This sort of this furious rage which he goes into, not quite losing all like control of himself, but almost like a very cold and determined sort of rage. It seems almost similar right now. It seems as if he's about to go into a rage, but is actively almost kind of like stopping himself.
Pent up frustration, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like pent up frustration is a good way to put it. He doesn't seem to really know where to direct all of this emotion which he's feeling, or how to in any way that isn't violent.
Um, Rampart's definitely not in his armor, so what he does is he kind of takes a moment to think, letting that feeling sit for a moment when he reaches over with a gentle but firm grasp to one of your wrists, kind of uh just like to indicate like, hey, look at me for a second, right? When you do, he says, the greatest bouts of courage are not by the blade, but the fights we have within ourselves, yes? Have you ever heard a line like that before?
And as he sort of looks up at you, and you can see his very almost kind of glossy eyes, um, he sort of shakes his head no.
What you're feeling right now is a lot of anger, but you have no idea where to throw it. You need to talk to him when you find him. And I know when you do see him, you will know what to say. But now, maybe a bit of fresh air and some screaming up to the heavens might do you some good. Take a minute and breathe, and try to figure out what you do next.
As seemingly almost sort of calmed by your words, you see Brahm sort of take a deep breath in. Right. Thank you, Rampart. I'm going to go. I'm going to go yell now.
I nod and simply, you know what? I just walk over to the side. Do we have like portholes or like windows in our rooms of any kind?
Your guys' room doesn't really have windows, but you are right next to lock your guys' room. Cause out that door and far right side of the map. The catwalk is right there outside your guys' room.
I'm going to go at least alert other people to what is about to happen. Sorry, out of game, I say that to you, Rez, not in character.
Yeah.
I just go step out and go, hey, so Brahm, don't worry, false alarm. It's not him fighting or anything. He's just going to go roar at the heavens for a bit.
I like think you tell everyone that, and then he actually does get into a fight outside of the thing with like a thunderbird or something. Just some random big sky animal. He just starts
You
yelling
step
on.
outside, a mysterious stranger. It's just Boney's new character as you just start
I've
tussling.
come here from the other side. Where is Her Highness?
What a great intro that would be.
You look Aristockian enough. Die!
Yeah.
Uh,
Here, I'll roll for CR of what you're fighting. Nothing much.
Enough. Let me look up CR3 flying creature.
You're fighting a large bird.
Yeah, a very large one. Yeah, a CR3
Well,
pump would be wild. Yeah.
Oh, I've been looking for something to kill. That's
He's testing out the new axes. He's breaking them in.
I sneeze.
Let's look at our options.
you come back in. Rampart sees like the axes, like the handles
hey,
have
you know, a blue
indentations from your
dragon
hands.
wormling is CR3. Would
Wow!
you
Yay!
look at that? No.
whoa!
Yippee!
Ain't done yet.
Oh no, it's the. Never mind. I can't say.
Go on.
Nope, can't. I was about to. Well, I think it's common knowledge now, but it's fine.
It's just a really skinny
I was
owl
gonna
bear.
say it's the Dragon King's kid again.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Hide
hi,
and
friend.
seek on the ship. Yippee!
Oh, hi, friend. It's good to see you. What are you doing? Stab.
That'd be funny.
The next thing
found
I see, I'm
it
going to
I
absolutely destroy. And then
I
it's
found
the
an
friendly
image of like a
organization.
really skinny dragon with a mustache and a sword and like, was wearing pants. And immediately I'm like, this has to be what the Dragon King looks like from Raz's thing. 100% has to be. Um,
Uh, before we do anything else, or before we, since that kind of I assume ends that.
mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask one of you two. You guys can decide which one of you. Roll me a d20.
What are you running
Go ahead.
away?
Be my guest.
Don't mind if I do. That's a late.
8. All right. That is determined because there aren't really random encounters when you're flying through the sky in a heavily armored airship. Um, like there aren't many things that can really be of interest to you guys in the sky, or uh, well, especially when about half the crew is gone. A bit less than half, but still. That was me asking you to roll for how much earlier you want to uh,
You
the
arrive.
how much earlier do you arrive? You guys are getting there early regardless because you didn't take long at the mountain.
That's a good
Uh,
thing, I think.
8 days early. Woohoo!
yeah,
8 days
8 days
early.
early. You guys went through a time stream. Are now actually they're
Yep.
ahead of that.
True, for sure.
The
We've
reason you
been
weren't
here.
there,
We've
the
already
reason
got
you
it.
guys haven't been there is because you had to leave to try and find where they all went.
Hey, look! I killed this weird-looking halfling guy.
um,
Did you put up a fight?
I think it was a slave.
You was just like...
I was so tired. I was like, "What are you doing in my bedroom?" And he didn't respond to me, so I stabbed him. What can I say?
So I took that as a challenge that we are going to fight, and I stabbed him.
but because the next thing is probably going to be pretty big for the other group,
Oh, no.
I am going to say that we will be picking that up next session.
Ah,
Yippee!
oh my god.
Tee hee!
Tee.
I'm gonna fucking